Hi guys. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving or a holiday, however you want to say it, and you enjoyed spending time with your families. That light's doing something weird, isn't it? Look at that. Is that my camera? That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's kind of tripping me out. Okay, so first off, I want to. Do you guys see that with my light? It doesn't look like that when I look at it. Freaking tripping me out. Okay. All right. So the first thing I want to mention for anybody that's but it's not flickering when I look at it. It's only on the camera. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I don't know. You can't see it on screen. It's so weird. It's not flickering at all. Nope. Okay. So the first thing I want to mention, because I'm going to try to get right to this and everything, because people want to complain, is that if you're watching this not live, remember that this is a live, and that I am going to talk a little bit, especially to people coming in here. I like to let my people know when they come in, and I like to make them feel comfortable. So if you are first time watching this and this is a live, you can fast forward. You can use the fast forward button if you don't like to hear what I have to say. However, there are things that I do talk about that are important in the beginning. Okay. Such as how I work, because I don't work the same as everybody else. And I feel like it's important that people understand and know how I work, because people think that this is just direct and it's really not. Another thing I want to say, because people complained about me blabbering, whatever. I like to talk to my chat a little bit. I like to get the energy flowing. It's about getting energy going. Okay. And again, we can use the fast forward button. That's what it's for. That's what YouTube has it for. So any comments like that, I'm just gonna get rid of. Another thing I want to mention is my animals. Okay, for those of you that are spiritual, you should know that animals feel energy. And there's Libby. So especially cats. Cats work on the astral plane. So cats will come around as I'm giving readings to protect me against dark energy. They work the astral plane. They make sure that I'm okay. So you will see cats, okay, and you might hear a dog or two. I have put all the problem dogs away. I have my good dogs out. And as we get towards the end, they might start complaining because they want out, because this is done kind of late. So, there is a dog here that's deaf, and he does bark at vibration or energy. So keep that in mind. Okay. I just want to explain that. So, I just, when people say, oh, well, your animals are distracting. Sorry. That's just, cats are going to do that. And that's why I have them, is to protect me against dark energy. Okay. They also sense feel energy. So that's why they act up at certain times. Pay attention to them. You might learn something. Another thing. So Tammy she's great. She's a good friend of mine. And I have her on because she helps me pull more information. How she does it, I don't know. I don't know if it's the fact that she's sitting there and she's telling me yes. Okay, she doesn't even have to validate the information. I am bouncing off of her, meaning that she is saying yes as I'm talking. Therefore, it keeps my confidence going, and I'm able to pull more information, because otherwise I kind of sit there. I'm an Aquarius. I fight with my mind. I sit there and I go, you know what? I don't know if this is right, but if I have her there, she kind of pushes me to it. Okay. And she helps the energy flow. I've noticed that I get more information with her than without her. If you watch the differences in my in the first reading I did with Quentin, and how I got a straight up 2 locations and everything about him, it was amazing. So she does push the energy. So please be nice to her. I don't want to hear any more complaint about her, or if her kid makes an appearance, because she is a mom, and sometimes she is alone with her kids, and sometimes how kids can be. I also do keep it very, very gentle, and therefore the kid's not hearing anything he wouldn't on the TV, and he's not even paying attention. So keep that in mind, and try not to tell her how to parent. Okay, so I am just explaining those things because those are some good things those are some things that came in that I wanted to address for new people. Exactly. It's called Life, and this is not a Fox production, and I don't have a studio, and she doesn't have a studio, and this is just, I hope we try to make so that you're comfortable. Okay. So being comfortable, it's important to us, and we want you to feel like family. That's why we do it this way. Okay. And I'm not gonna lock my animals up just because you don't like to see them. If you don't like to see them, this is definitely the wrong channel for you, because yeah, I'm very into animals. I've got animals, she's got kids. Sorry if that's distracting to you. I don't know what to say about that. Let's see, there was something else. So I'm just gonna explain. I think we're forced together too, Copper. I get more information with her. I just do, and I don't know why that is, but it's just we do. We get good information with each other. I can bounce off of her intuition by her saying yes, even if it's not right, guys. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's the fact that it gives me the confidence to keep going the direction that I'm going, and I don't sit there and question it. I think that has a lot to do with it. That's how I used to do my readings in the chat. People would kind of lead me that way. So she's part of my team, and if you don't like that, it's a good time to just click off. Yeah, exactly. So people that vibe with me are going to be in my tribe. They're going to be the ones that come here and subscribe. And I just rhymed. So that's exactly what we're going for. We're getting the people that are on our vibration level. Low vibrations, you're not going to like this. That's just not the way it's going to be. But we are all vibing together. That's why we are here together. And what is most important is the information that comes through. You do not even have to watch. You can actually just listen. You can just put some earphones on and listen, or do your house stuff and listen. You don't have to sit here and watch me. There's actually nothing to watch. I mean, okay, sorry my camera's shaking. I'm on a wobbly table. I literally have a camera that's on a computer that's on a wobbly table. That was someone else's complaint. It is what it is. Unless someone wants to buy me a bunch of new equipment, we're just going to do it like this. So, we appreciate all the good comments. We appreciate everything. You guys, please hit the like, please hit the subscribe. It helps the channel grow, and it helps me reach more people with the work that I do, or helps us reach more people with the work that I do. If you have not subscribed to Vanished and Forgotten, please subscribe over there. I'm pretty sure as soon as she can quit helping me so much, she will get stuff up. So that being said, I kind of do want to get to it tonight, though. All the ways to support me are down below. If you would like a reading, everything is down below, and how to reach me and support me, everything like that. So as you guys know, information can be past, present, or future. It can be symbolic or have multiple meanings. Spirit will sometimes use my experiences and or my references or how I relate to something to try to explain what they're trying to say. So it's also how we perceive the information. I may perceive the information wrong sometimes. I am not perfect. I am not a mystical being. I'm not always going to be right. But I think that Spirit does pretty good job in explaining what they explain to me and me understanding what they're explaining. I've been doing this for a long time, and I pretty much can get the idea of what they're trying to tell me. However, it is how we perceive the information. So do keep that in mind. And I've been going over this in my mind for the past, since the last time I did a reading. It's constantly there. So I'm going to do 4 readings. I'm going to do one for each of the victims. I'm going to do something else, but I'm not going to tell you what it is yet because I don't know how it's going to work, and that will be on membership and Patreon, and I'll probably release it later. I just need to see how it works. And it's going to be something that no one's ever done before, but I don't know how it's going to work. So that's something that is going to kind of be a surprise, and I'm having a hard time keeping it a little quiet because it is going to be pretty cool. So yeah, no, and I don't really care about people complain. I block a lot of stuff because they say I do this for money. I mean, news makes money off of people's passings. I mean, that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to find the truth, but it's about um energy exchange. Okay? Everything is energy exchange. So, um I think I've kind of when it comes to cases and things, okay, we have to put the puzzle pieces together. Everything has to sort of fit. People keep throwing this guy at me. No, he doesn't have blue eyes. It's not him. Spirit is adamant about the blue eyes. Okay, they're adamant about the blue eyes. Also, going back to my first reading, the older guy, I want to think that this guy is older. Okay, sometimes it has a hard time. Sometimes I have a hard time to like people clearly look younger than they are. But, I really think that he's older. He puts that vibe off, but I think sometimes he feels younger to me for some odd reason. I need to send Tammy the hold on. So I just, I'm not going to be watching chat because there was somebody else that said that I took a name off of what they said. I wasn't even looking at the chat. I didn't even see anything. So I don't look at the chat because it distracts me. You can validate in the chat, however, Shazam, Vanished and Forgotten, whichever one she wants to go by on here, is going to be validating. She can look at the chat for me, and she will she'll let me know what I'm hitting on. Okay. There's lots of validations that I got that I didn't realize last time. Maddie, her middle name is May. That came out in the last reading. Um, I'm not thinking this is anybody that we've looked at. I don't even think it's anybody we know. I feel like it's a stalker, online stalker. I was thinking about this stuff before I got on here. She's been coming in since before I got on here. I decided to do her because I kept seeing her today. I was gonna originally go with Ethan, and I changed my mind because I kept seeing her, and I feel like she was the intended victim. That's something I've always felt since the beginning. So, again, like I've said since the beginning, before everybody else started saying it, this is Ted Bundy vibes. This is the vibe that I get. This is a serial killer. He did a spree killing, but I feel like that has that serial killer energy to it. Okay. Um. So again, because the references of the Ted Bundy, and also someone mentioned that guy that they named the Scream after that listened to George Michael while he was killing someone. Yeah. So it's kind of a mix of those two things, which means he's psychologically messed up. Just putting that out there. Okay. So I have there is a playlist. So if you go to my playlist, you can find the readings on there. It says Idaho 4. Okay. Um Now, if you guys go back to I don't remember what auto write it was, but I did get 2 serial killers were going to emerge in the auto writes. One I felt was an African American guy, which he was caught. And he ended up being African American. I think this might be the other one. So I was thinking about that today. So I was thinking about and I can't breathe all of a sudden as I'm talking to you guys. I've already cleared and everything, so you don't have to worry about me doing that. But I hope I explained the way that I work. I sometimes I get on here and I forget what I'm saying, and that's only because spirit is trying to connect with me, and I get kind of airheaded. Um, so I think I explained basically the way that I work. All the pieces have to be put together. I will try to go from beginning. Thank you, Sandra Gillen, for the donation. I will try to go from the beginning to the end. I will get things that surround the case. I will get connections. People that I name do not necessarily mean they are the killer. It can be connections, okay? Connections to the killer, connections to them. They will mention personal things. They will mention personal people. It doesn't mean that they're involved, okay? You guys have to keep that in mind, especially when I'm channeling just one person. There may be it may be a lot, you know what I mean? A lot around it, not necessarily just that person. I am going to try to get as much on him as I can because I feel that's most important. We're going to see how this goes. Um, I thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that, Born Pack Rat. So I did always I did always connect to every single one of the victims in my other readings, but it was more like, here, I'm going to get some from this person. Here, I'm going to get some from this person. I thought if I kind of split it up, I might be able to get a little bit more. Madison seems like the stronger one for some reason to me. She might not be like that to everybody else, but she is like that to me. She's the one that I zoned in on right away in the first reading. So I'm going to find her picture and we're going to get going because I can't breathe all of a sudden. I'm really having a hard time breathing, which is chest area usually. And there may be stuff repeated, but it's going to be coming repeated from the stuff that I got in the prior reading. Sometimes I repeat it because it's important, and sometimes not only will they repeat it, but they will mention facts. Okay, I do not look at things. I do not go and I do not look at videos. I do not look at the news. I stay away from the case as long as I'm working on it. Okay. So, keep that in mind. I if I get facts, I did not Google it. Okay, I just get it because Spirit gives it to me. I will mention everything that I get, no matter what. Keep in mind that I do get interconnect, so not everything may fit here. Okay, so keep that in mind. Sometimes I get stuff on future cases that are similar. All right, so looking for my darn picture that I had a picture of her because I made the photo that I made. Darn it, where did it go? Oh, must have been on my computer. I don't know if I can zoom in on this one. We'll try it. Okay. I'm gonna not look at the chat anymore. Well, I'm gonna bring on Vanish and Forgotten and Ungotten, and then I'm gonna get rid of the chat. Okay. Hey. Hey. Okay. I can't breathe all of a sudden. All right, here we go. Sorry, guys. That's my caffeine. All right, here we go. I'm getting off the comments. Okay. All right. I'm having a very, very hard time breathing. It's so bad. I usually don't have this hard time. It's like a huge, huge pressure on my chest. Yeah. Which she's kind of showing me why I'm getting that, but I'm gonna tell her I need to go back to the beginning. And again, I'm gonna get some repeating visions here. Because I'm going back to the beginning. I'm gonna try to describe more of what I see from the beginning. So okay. I really think this all started at the bar, but there's interesting. She keeps showing me and this came in before the computer. Like she was in contact with someone on the computer. She might not have known. You know what? Let me turn that off. Sorry. I always forget. Okay. So I really feel like, I don't know if someone was watching her on her computer, like through social media, because it feels like someone, because like they did TikTok videos and stuff, or some kind of dancing videos, or like TikTok videos where they're dancing and doing that kind of stuff, like reenactments and stuff. And I feel like someone got this fascination over her. I really feel drawn to Maddie as Maddie being the one, and I've always felt that since the beginning. But it feels like, from what I'm seeing, is I'm seeing someone sitting and watching like social media. Okay. And I'd be curious if she did anything with her location to say where she was going to be and not think about it, because sometimes people forget to turn off their location. Yeah. Because I'm getting something with the phone and the location. Okay. And so what she shows me kind of in the bar. There's a guy, he's sitting I feel like it's like at the corner or the end of the bar, somewhere where it's kind of shadowy and people might not recognize him. Okay. And I don't know if there's a pool table in this bar, but there is a reference to a pool table, and I don't know what that means. That came in before, I think. But I see him with a hat on. His hair kind of sticks out the bottom of the hat. Okay. And he's got like a thicker jacket on. It reminds me one of those, maybe like possible corduroy, or I don't know what kind of. It's like a thicker type jacket, and it looks like a dark color, but I want to say brown. Okay, and I do feel like he's got jeans and boots on, not tennis shoes, boots. So I feel like he's the type that wear boots, not tennis shoes. And again, he feels older to me. Okay. So like the very beginning, because then I was like, well, I don't know. I can't really tell the age, because sometimes he feels younger. That might just be that for one, he might look young for his age, or for two, he might just do young things, like you be immature kind of, or something like that. But he feels older, like at least in his 40s.
Okay.
I mean, he could be a little younger than that, but that's just what he feels like to me. Okay. It's hard to feel the energy of people and their ages sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got a beard and mustache, but I feel like shaved after this.
Oh, okay.
Because they show me with a beard and mustache, and then they show me without it, like a baby face.
Yeah.
I do feel like he has blue eyes. Actually, he has Ted Bundy eyes. Like if you look at Ted Bundy's eyes and you look at his eyes, they're the same. Maybe a little bit lighter. But there's that Ted Bundy reference that keeps coming in.
Yes.
And I think even because I was trying to get a good look at him, the one thing that I keep seeing is curls. So I don't know if he has curly hair or wavy hair, and that might be when it's grown out. I'm not sure what the length that is now. It feels it's brown, so it kind of comes across as like maybe the same color as Ted, but sometimes maybe it seems lighter. You know, like sometimes in different times of the year, depending, your hair can be like a lighter brown or a regular brown. I do feel like it's brown.
Okay.
I think he did have a mustache and beard at this time, because they're showing him to me like that, but then it's worse, and then it's weird. She shows me the baby face, like how he looks without it. Okay. I hear the word elongated, like his face might be a little bit longer. There's a reference to a pointier type nose. And she keeps talking about one dimple here. And there's something about, like, you know how sometimes people have like the dimple on their chin or something on their chin. Yeah. And then there's a reference to, I keep getting with the Adam's apple is more defined than what you would normally see. There's something about that keeps coming in about the Adam's apple. So I really feel like he possibly followed her there. There's something I feel like she maybe left her location on, or she posted that she was from the bar, because I get pictures of her taking pictures with her and Kaylee, however you say your name, and whoever else was there. Like, you know how sometimes people take selfies? I'm seeing that, like, taking selfies. So I don't know if she was actually posting, or if she posted before that's where she was going to be. But there's something about, yes, she was vigilant. She always paid attention to herself, and where she paid attention to what was going on around her. But I don't think her social media presence wasn't locked down. Like, people knew what she was doing, or she was very big social media. Like, that's how she comes across.
Yeah.
What do you call those people that are like, I don't know what you call them, like the people on TikTok. You call them, there's a word for them. The ones that are on social media and stuff. I can't think of the name of what they're called. What people refer to them as. So for some reason, she's showing me a reference of her in a bikini. So I don't know if that's like a picture that he saw, or I don't really know what that's about. I'm not really sure why she's showing me that. But I see him, he's drinking, and I feel like he drinks a lot. This came in before with the alcoholic. I think that came in before. And there is some, I feel like there is some drug use that came in before as well. But the alcoholic came in before. And so also maybe if they ventured to this bar a lot, he might have been there more than once. I hear regular. So he's possibly a regular at this bar, and probably maybe not anymore. Or maybe he doesn't go as often. I don't think he's changed his habits too much, because I feel like it would be too obvious if he did. Okay, so I feel like the clues lie within that bar of, especially the bartender or someone that may have, maybe a regular there, that kind of acts strangely or is just like by himself, kind of a loner. Now, I honestly, I don't get a partner in this. I don't feel another energy. I don't see another energy. I just get him. Now, he might have another type personality with himself.
Yeah. Were you thinking influencers? Is that what you were thinking?
Yes, influencers. That's the word I was trying to think of. Thank you so much. Like that's what she reminds me of, is like an influencer.
Okay.
And I don't know if she was just trying to be that, or she, was that. But she says Instagram. There's something about Instagram. I don't know if this person followed her on Instagram or that's where he first got the obsession. But I feel like she doesn't. I feel like it feels like I'm stalking in the shadows, but I may have talked to her before, but she didn't know it was me. That kind of comes across. Okay. I'm trying to see what happened after this, because she's showing me her laughing, giggling, having a good time. I think she notices him. It's kind of like, I'd be curious what that bar looks like, because I can almost see it. It's almost like he's sitting like at the corner. I don't know if it's like a wraparound, but like, how like bars have like the wraparound bar things. I kind of get reminded of like how the old bar I used to go to, where I used to live, it kind of like goes like this and it wraps around. It's almost like he's at the end or at the corner around that area. So there's something with his hands, meaning that they're calloused, or he uses them a lot. They show me oil, so he could possibly do mechanic work. I think this came in before, but I don't know if it's for a job or just hobby. Okay. But I get a lot of the alcohol fuels his demons kind of thing. He's a sexual predator. But I feel like he can't perform the way that and it comes across as jealousy, obsession. You don't think I'm good enough for you.
Yeah.
That's the way, that's what's kind of fueling the fire. Okay.
Okay.
This was planned. This was meticulously planned. And like I said, I think he followed her there for that night. He knew they were going to be drinking. Usually when people are drinking, they can't fight back if they're sleeping. Like that's kind of how it comes across. He honestly looks a lot like Ted Bundy, but like a jacked up Ted Bundy. Like not as handsome. Okay. But I'm sorry. Seriously, that's what I heard, like a jacked up Ted Bundy. Like, and he's not as charming and not as smart, but he's still smart. He's not completely stupid. I feel like he did go to that college, and that's where the alma mater comes in. I also feel like he may have been a fraternity. He may have played sports. Like I feel like, but at the same time he was an outcast, but it comes across as he may have possibly have sort of a temper and been kind of weird in college. And he might have even dropped out or been kicked out.
Okay.
And this goes back to the record thing. I feel like he does have a record, but I feel like it's for battery or something like that. Like that's coming in again, and it came in the beginning. So going back to the very first reading, it's all correct. It's she's just revalidating that because I've been questioning it. You know, because everybody's talking the fraternity and blah 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 blah, and I don't think it is. I don't think it's anybody that knew her in that way. And I definitely don't get that it's an ex-boyfriend or a boyfriend because Spirit will usually say, yes, that's it. I don't think it's the neighbor. I do think he lives within walking distance, though, or he can walk to their house because I don't get a car. It doesn't mean he doesn't have a car. It just means I didn't get that he used the car that night. And I feel like he's stalking her. He knows the layout of the area. He knows how to get in and out. Like, I feel like, you know how sometimes people scope out places and then so that they can act on it later, and I'm getting chills with that. Kind of like if you're gonna go case a joint to go rob it, like that's what it was. I also feel like for some reason, I don't know if they had older people come to that house for parties or if it was just a college thing, because I almost feel like he's been in that house, but she didn't know who he was. Because the weird thing is I feel like he might have dressed younger. And I see him there like holding a cup like he's at a party. You know, like, you know, people stand around with the red cups or whatever. I see that. And it's possibly that he tried to I think he looks younger for his age and he acts younger. So I don't really think, and it's almost like I see him with a hoodie at that point. No, it's not the same hoodie guy on the camera. This is just he just had one up during that. I know that guy seems like he's a good candidate, but I honestly don't feel that he's not matching for me. I think the only reason that they were referencing him is maybe he saw something. He might know the person, seen the person, or the eyes are the same. Like this part of the face is the same. Okay. So that's why they will reference people like that. I feel a lurking feeling. He followed them, but he followed them from far away. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't know if she was posting like where she was going. Because I keep getting this like I'm checking the post to see where she's at, or I'm checking the post to see what she's doing kind of thing. Okay. This guy idolizes serial killers and horror movies. He will have a collection. He will have a collection of knives and swords. That comes in very strongly. I also feel like for some reason I get this odd thing, and I don't know if this is just symbolic for stalking, but I get pictures on the wall of her with like hearts around it and like scratched out stuff like that. So I don't know if he did stuff like that. I like when I say neighbor, I don't mean like it's not always right next door, like our neighbors are in our neighborhood. So I feel like he's within walking distance, or he could walk to the house. Okay, or take a back way to the house.
Yeah.
I hear drop out, or like maybe he dropped out of college or something. But he's got a fascination with the younger girls like Ted did. But I think his are more blondes. Like, I don't know. He might not have any like real particular, just if they're really pretty. But I feel like he wanted to do this for a long time. He may have, and we just don't know about it. But I feel like there's something in the future that's going to come. I already see him, and this is not to scare anybody. Okay. But I already see him watching someone else. Okay. He's already watching another house, already watching someone else. I get the name Fred, which is weird. So he watched and he knew when they were going to go home, and he wanted to give him a chance to get home and stuff. I feel like he went by his house, got his stuff. Cause again, it comes in dressed in all black. I have a bag, contains everything I need. I also get some form of either prior military, prior ROTC, prior something like that comes in, which is weird because I got that in Delphi.
Yeah.
And I wasn't getting that before, but they're showing me the fatigues now. And that could be, again, it could be ROTC when he was in college. It could be just prior military. But I don't feel like it was any. I'm not getting like a whole, like, I keep hearing Afghanistan, but I don't know if that means he was in Afghanistan or that's kind of weird to hear that. I'm
not sure who Nick is, but they said Nick's middle name is Frederick.
Yeah, that's who we were talking about. No, it's not him. So I may have got him. I don't know why I got him because I got a first and last name and 47, and their first and last name is in that 47 that's next to there. No, this guy's older. He's not anybody that we've looked at. I don't know why I got his first and last name and why he's in that apartment. Maybe he's seen him. Maybe he knows something. Maybe it's a different person, and it's just a coincidence. I mean, I don't know. Yes, we were looking at him because of those reasons. But this guy has darker features, and he's older. I do get a lot of like cars and stuff around him, but again, that badge is coming in. I've been getting that security badge for a while, and I don't think it's really campus security. It could be for anywhere.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's campus security. I don't think he would have passed. I don't even know how he could be like a security guard and pass a background check with his battery. Unless it wasn't something that was really bad, or depending on where he works for, if he was able to hide it or go under another alias, something like that, or they didn't do a background check. But I keep getting like a security guard or a badge. Now that could have a bunch of different meanings, but I feel like he has maybe a couple jobs.
Okay.
I don't really, and that could be in his past as well. That might not mean that he just does it right now, but that could be something past that he did. But it's something I kind of can't let go of. It came in when I was talking to Tammy or Vanished and Forgotten, and I was talking to Angela, and I just kept seeing a security badge. So I don't know. But then I would see the flashing lights. So I don't know if that means he's gonna get caught or what. But I feel like he peeps in windows. This is a predator. This is not nobody's been looking at. Yes, the neighbor's creepy, but it's not him. This guy, like I said, he feels older, but at the same time, maybe I couldn't figure out if he was older or younger because of the way he acts and his energy sometimes. Fudge. I lost her picture. 1 second. Ow, Libby. Jumped on me. This built up. This was something that built up and built up and built up until he acted on it. This is a fantasy that he acted out.
Cool.
And he had anger towards all of them. I don't know if they were all friends. I mean, they were all friends, obviously, but I mean, I don't know if they hung out a lot or he saw him a lot or whatever, but it feels like, yes, she was the target, but the reason why it was all four was just because it was. They were all there, and it was like kind of like how spree killers are. They just act and they don't really care who's there. This was like that.
Okay.
But he's got like obsessive issues, and it's like, if I can't have you, no one else can, is kind of how it comes across. I think he's got to live around that neighborhood or really close to that neighborhood. I hear like a mile.
Okay.
I felt like he was closer before, but that might be because he was lurking closer, or he might know closer people.
Okay.
Because I mean, I really did feel he was close, but a mile actually isn't that far.
Right.
But it's like he lives with between the. It's weird. I kind of feel like he lives with between the bar and their house. Like it comes across like I'm in the middle of that area, or I'm like in between the bar and the house. And I don't know. Do you hear people like live around the fraternities, because the fraternity keeps coming up?
Yep.
And I don't know if maybe he lives near the fraternity, or lives within a vicinity of the fraternity.
Right.
This was, I mean, it's one of those things people need to just watch their surroundings, make sure you're locking your doors, have any protection that you need, because it's girls go in groups. I mean, it obviously didn't matter in this one, but he's a coward in the fact that he will come in. He kind of reminds me of, was it the Hillside Strangler, or which one was it that used to come in and then people's houses at night? I can't remember what serial killer that was. He's like a bunch of them mixed in together. It's kind of weird. He's copycatting all these different serial killers. It's kind of weird. You know what I mean? Because like I can see where it's very similar to Ted Bundy, but then I can see it's very similar to the Scream guy, and because he used a knife, and then I can see, he's breaking into people's houses. But again, Ted Bundy did that in the sorority one.
Golden State Killer. I had his picture in my head, but then Nan's put it in there.
The one that used
Golden
to break
State
into
Killer.
houses. I mean, he did this I think he did strangling or something. I don't remember. But this is a guy.
The Night Stalker.
Night Stalker. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. Night Stalker. You're right. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. Kind of even resembles him a little. Like his hair is longer. I don't know if he's cut it. I keep getting curls. It's weird. Like they keep showing me curls, not what it looks like on him, but like either his hair's wavy or has curls to it or something, like when it's longer, and I can see it sticking out of like the bottom of the hat. That's one thing I keep getting.
Olivia.
I feel like the bicycle kind of comes in. I don't know if he just rides a bike around there or he rides it for his job or exactly what that is, but I do feel like he walked there. Like, I don't get it's weird. Like, how can you walk there with no one seeing him? Unless he drove halfway and then walked, because I don't see a car pull up to the house. Like, I don't
Right.
see a car pull up. I don't see him get out. I see him like lurking in the shadows, like taking the dark undercover, and he knows where the cameras are and where they aren't. I think he knew that they didn't have cameras over there because I think maybe he, again, used to, like, he knows the area. He knows there's a reason he knows the area.
Yeah.
But again, age is really hard with him. But I mean, I swear he kind of feels like, his 40s. Sometimes he feels younger to me.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like, I mean, 40s isn't that old. I'm 40s.
Yes. Yeah.
45 comes in again. Maybe that is an age. The thing is I don't see two. I know people have asked me if there's two. I don't see two.
Yeah.
Every time that I zone in on him, I see him by himself. Every time I zone in on him, I only see him going into the house. Like, these kind of killers don't normally work with partners. I mean, yes, serial killers do, but these kind don't. And so logically, like, I only see him by. That doesn't mean that there isn't another one. It's just I'm not seeing him. And I'm I don't see him. They're not showing me him. They only show me this one guy. Working on getting kind of a sketch done. I don't know how accurate it's going to be, but because it's not like I'm looking at a picture of him. It's like I'm getting a blurry vision in my head, or they're showing me bits and pieces. Like, they'll show me the curly hair, and then they'll show me the pointy nose. Like, they show it to me separately, and then I have to try to to explain it to the person. They have to try it together. So but I do get walking distance, and she keeps saying a mile.
Okay.
Like, within a mile. But it's again, I feel like he's somewhere in between that area of the bar and the house. It comes across that way.
Okay.
I don't feel like I live really far from the house. Like, I feel like I visit it a lot and I walk there.
Oh, yeah.
That might be, if they went there a lot, that might be where his fascination came from. Like, where he first saw her or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's very stealth. So, I know everybody's saying, "Oh, it's a younger person. It was sloppy." It's going to be sloppy for what he did. That doesn't mean he left a lot of evidence. Because, again, I feel like this was very planned. I feel like he wore gloves, and I get, like, the thicker gloves. I feel like he, I feel like he was on all black. That's the way it comes across. He's on all black, and he has a mask, except for you can see his, where his eyes are. And that's why for a while I was only seeing the blue eyes. They just kept showing that to me. And there's something that happened. I don't know. I don't know if it happened different with her than with the others. I'm not really sure that I'm understanding that right. I mean, I know cops are thinking that this is isolated and targeted. Yes, it was, but he can target someone else. Like it was targeted on her, but I feel like, again, this is a serial killer vibe. This is
Yeah.
something he's going to get that thirst again as soon as he gets the opportunity. It might not even be in the same area because all the cops are there. He might go somewhere else, because I see him sitting. Now he's sitting in a car watching, but I can't get the car. I only see it from the inside. What does a Dodge Durango look like? Because I heard the words Dodge Durango.
Okay.
Is that a truck or something?
I'm waiting for somebody to respond. SUV.
Oh, it's an SUV? Do they make them in trucks or no? No, it's only an SUV?
I'm waiting. I don't know.
I'll have to Google that when I'm done and see. I just hear those words.
Everybody's
Okay.
saying SUV.
Okay. A Durango isn't something I would normally know about or see or say, so it kind of popped in there.
Blazer type.
It comes across as like a gray or silver color, I think. Or lighter. It's a lighter color. I think the darker vehicle I was seeing was the one that took them there because someone told me that was a darker vehicle. So I think that's why it was a dark vehicle. I was getting because sometimes I'll go from start to finish. And so in the first reading, I was getting a darker vehicle, and someone told me that they actually all got in a darker vehicle and came home.
Going somewhere said it's just like her Tahoe.
Oh, okay. I still want to look it up. But that's interesting because that's not like a name that I know or a word I know.
Right.
So you know what I mean? It's not like a car I would ever think of. So I think it's important. Here 1997.
Right.
So I'd be curious if it's not a 1997 Dodge Durango. I don't know what that looks like. I can't really see it. They're just she's saying that word to me. She's saying that to me.
Okay.
I hear her laughing. She's super bubbly. She's got that really outgoing personality. I feel like everybody loved her. She says I was a little stuck up at times though. I hear the word sorority sister. So is she also in a sorority? Yeah.
I think they were.
Okay. I was asking everybody about alpha, beta, gamma yesterday because that kept coming to my head. And then so we looked at the map today because we were looking at and alpha, beta, gamma is right next door. So I think that's interesting. I don't know if that's hers, but I was asking everybody before I knew about that. But she's talking about sorority girls, sisterhood. There's a reference to tattoos, people getting tattoos in memory, and also something specific being done. I don't know if it's a memorial or like their pictures up on the wall in a memorial at the sorority house. There's something about something being done like that that's like a big deal. And I wonder if the tattoos have names in them because I keep seeing their name or her name, Maddie. So I wonder.
It said 2 survivors got tattoos.
I wonder what they look like. I think there's going to be some sorority girls too that get them. It feels like there's going to be like I hear matching, but there's something about her, like her name that's somewhere.
It says with their initials.
I see it written out. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm wondering if this guy got drugs from the house. I don't know what kind he uses. It feels like he's able to hide it because he can kind of hold down he can kind of hold down a job. Alcohol's the big thing with him, but I still think he does other things. I'm getting pain in the back of my head for some reason. I swear I got that in the other reading, and I just wonder if someone wasn't hit in the head prior, or I don't know. I keep getting reference to like that time when when Ted Bundy came in and he like the first thing he did was hit him over the head. Like I don't know why that's coming in. It's kind of I don't know why that's coming in. But it is. See, she's saying George Michael again.
Oh, geez.
I don't know what that means. I mean, we thought it was for the song, but the guy might kind of look like it. Like, might look like a younger version of him or something, like with the beard and mustache. But like more messed up. Because she said he's not cute, but like he has like the features. He was just too old.
Huh.
So I don't know. That might be like that those names might be significant, like either Michael or George. Or it might be. I'm not really sure. Like we thought it was, and it could have multiple meanings because things can have multiple meanings. But
right.
Because she said it again, so it repeated. I don't know. I get the name Derek, which is kind of weird. And there's something about, again, like these killers with the 13th. I think it has something to do with that feeling of what horror movies give about the 13th. Your bad luck.
Yeah.
Almost like I'm repeating Friday the 13th, only it wasn't Friday. It kind of how it comes across. I also get the name James. And for some reason, I don't know, was that name the name that I got when I woke up with the name, and I'll look when I'm done. I woke up with the name in my head, and I know it was a J name, and I can't remember if it was Jason or James. These can be first, middle, or last as well. And they might be associates or whatever. It's weird, but I think like some of their for some reason I keep going back to Jack because I think maybe he's seen him or knew him or something like that. Like there's something with the friends seeing him before or something like that, but not recognizing it. You know what I mean? Like they're not putting two and two together.
Okay.
Because kind of like Ted Bundy was, okay. No one really suspected him. I mean, this guy's kind of creepy, but I think in certain ways he's charming as well. But he comes across as more of a lurker to me. Like he's watching a lot, but at the same time, I feel like he could be really sociable if he wanted to.
Yeah.
And I wonder if because if Ethan didn't play football, I'm wondering why I'm getting the football again, unless this guy used to play or really likes it. And I'm trying to see what his house looks like. Sometimes I can get address numbers, but they come in separately, but I'm not really getting an address number or anything. 13 still feels significant though, more than just the day.
Okay.
Like it might have a significance to him.
Okay.
I feel like I'm embarrassing.
So I think his house could be blue, actually. I know I got that in the beginning, and there's a lot of blue houses around there, but I'm like not getting another color besides blue, but I get like there's I feel like it might be a kind of a little rundown, but not bad. And I really don't think anybody would suspect this guy. He doesn't have a record for like what do they call him in our like sexual predator. Like he's not in the system for that. And I feel like he still has, I get like a couple of cement steps in the front. I wonder why I kept seeing him go up steps before, unless he was like he knows somebody in the apartment building behind him, or he has, I don't really know what that's about because I go back to when I was going upstairs, like maybe I lived in an apartment building or something. Because I keep switching back and forth from the apartment building with the stairs going up to this blue house with the chain link fence around it and the tree in the back and the burying of the knife. He doesn't want to get rid of the knife because it's means something to him, but he doesn't want it in his house in case they come looking for it. Because I'm wondering about a digital footprint, because I hear digital footprint. That might be where he messed up. I feel like he might be smart enough to maybe cover his tracks, because I get like maybe he could be sort of like he's kind of geeky and smart. Like I feel like he was actually really smart in college. And he might actually be really good technologically.
Okay.
But I still hear digital footprint, so I don't know if they're going to be able to track anything off the digital footprint or not. This is what he does, though. This is like he just saw her and became like super infatuated with her, and then it became this obsession and this following and stalking. But it's like lurking, like it's not like
Yeah.
He's got a there's something wrong. Obviously for someone to do something like this, there's something wrong, but there's something psychologically that's not right.
Yeah.
I don't get like, I wonder if it's like a multiple personality or like another personality, or he might say that he has another personality, or if it's just, I'm just a psycho sociopath. Because there's something that comes in where there's other sides to him. And that might just be kind of like Ted Bundy, like how he was able to charm people and show everybody, and no one ever thought like he would be the one. Like it's kind of like that. Like I don't think anybody would ever think, like, I think maybe they think he's odd and stuff like that. Like I do think he went to that, because I keep getting the alma mater or the reference to the school or the college that he used to go there. He used to be there. Like, but I feel like it comes in, he was either dropped out or kicked out. He didn't finish. That's why he doesn't have a really good job. I see him around that area a lot, as far as like around the stores and stuff. He might have came into her work and been a customer even. I feel like he would come around, but I don't think she knew who he was. Like she didn't know really who he was. Like he probably pretended to be someone else online or whatever. It was like a follower of hers. I hear the words lost control, like he just lost control. But it's weird because I do see him like sitting in a car, like watching. And I don't know if it's the house or what. It kind of comes across that way. But has anybody ever seen the show Obsession Dark Desires? That's what this turned into. If you guys have not seen that show, watch that show. Great show. If you can find it. That's what this turned into. And because they're referencing that show to me.
Okay.
Which is basically people that are obsessed and act on it and end up killing people.
Yeah.
And there was actually a serial killer that they put on there, the chameleon, the one that was a chameleon. And the girl actually escaped him. But he was stalking her as well. I just give up references because they give it to me. So hold on, I've got to plug in my computer real quick. Okay. Sorry if that distracts. I'm having this like really hard time breathing. I didn't have that problem before. It's like I can't breathe at all. I feel like the chest was a major thing with her for some reason.
Right.
She was stabbed a lot in the chest.
Yeah.
Like again, this comes across and it always came as major overkill, but I think with her maybe even more. Oh. It's almost like she's saying like she was stabbed, like she was stabbed more than anybody else or something like that.
Yeah.
Or there's something different with the way things were done with her, or
right.
I don't know. Then I don't know. I see writing in blood, but I don't know if it's symbolic. It's kind of weird. I don't really know.
Okay.
That came in before. But I see him down in that downtown. Is it like a downtown area with like all the shops and stuff? Like I see him walking around down there.
Yeah. It's like all pretty close together.
Okay, so is it like sidewalks with like a bunch of little shops and stuff? Because I see him like walking along those sidewalks, just like hanging out. He wears that jacket a lot. Or he did. And I swear he wears like some kind of work boots or something. I'm trying to get into more of what he does, and it's like I don't really know. It's kind of weird. I hear like Mr. Fix-It. Like maybe he fixes things for people or something, including like plumbing or stuff like that. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know why I'm getting that as well.
Yeah. Huh.
I don't see anybody else around. I just see one.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to follow him, like as she's showing me like him walking around and stuff. He's like by himself. Like I don't see a partner. I just don't.
Right.
And this was able to be done by one person because Ted Bundy did it. But
yeah,
this is where I think like the stealthness comes into play. He's got something in his background that would make him be able to get in and out of a house real easy.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the military thing or that's something else. Maybe he wanted to be a cop at one time. It's kind of weird because that came in the other reading. Like I was getting like the badge and stuff, and that's something that kind of won't go away, and I don't really know significance. I don't know if it was something he was at one point, like if it's in his background, or he is.
Somebody made a comment like a bar security guard.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where he's a security guard at. That's the one thing that's not coming in. I mean, I was getting a mall the other day, but I don't know.
Okay.
I know he hangs out at the bar all the time, but I don't see
Yeah.
him like being like a bouncer or anything like that. And
Okay.
again, it could be in his past or it could be something that he does now. I don't really know, but that's something that like a blue uniform, maybe. I don't know. But he smokes. They're showing me he smokes. He's a little stressed out
Okay.
right now by all the police presence and stuff, but at the same time he knows that they're not onto him. Like he keeps going over in his mind if he did everything to not get caught. But I see him smoking. I think that came in before.
Yeah.
Also they show me I'm going back to his house. There's a walkway and it goes up to two stairs. Now, why am I being pulled between the apartment and by an apartment unless he knows somebody in an apartment? He might know somebody, and that might be why I got the going up the stairs. I don't really know because it's almost like unless like there was an empty one around there or something that he went into afterwards. I don't really know.
Okay.
Because it's like I get a walkway and then like a couple cement stairs that go into this house. I keep getting 13. I wonder if it's in the address. Because we know this happened on the 13th, but I feel like there's another meaning to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I kind of want to put it with the the house at the same time, which I don't really know. And that might not be a full address. I don't really know why I keep wanting to put it with the house. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
And I don't really know. Just like really struggling to breathe here. I don't know if she has any pictures on her Instagram of like her in a bikini or something. It's almost like he commented on that or something. Because I keep getting that picture, but it's like it's a post or it might be a similar post and then they take me to the comments. Like he's in those
Okay.
comments.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how they're doing that and I don't know if she even has a picture like that or something similar.
Somebody said she does in Hawaii. She was just looking.
Okay. All right. So it would I don't know if he deleted them since then, but that's kind of interesting. That's a good validation.
Yeah.
The back of my neck is hurting too for some reason. I'm trying to see if this guy like has any like significant tattoos or anything like that because like he's covered. I see him covered up. I think he works out though. I think he's in really good shape. Because I get like muscles with him or like and And I don't know if he necessarily goes out. Like, he could just do push-ups or whatever at home. Like,
Right.
I mean, he might even be the jogger that I was getting before.
Uh-huh.
Like, I
Yeah.
feel like he's an active type person for his age. Like, he still wants to be young. I don't know if
Yeah.
that makes sense. It's like that's why I can't figure out a real age, because I feel like he's older, but he still wants to be young. He still wants to be in the college life. He still likes the college girls. Like, he still wants to hang around the frats. Like, it's still his mentality is still, he still wants to be in that kind of life.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense at all. I don't know people like that. I wonder if they're trying to give me the name Michael because of the George Michael, and then now they're showing me someone that I know that was like that. Like, he's older, like probably 50s now, but he always wants to act younger, and his name is Michael. I don't know if that's to reference the name or to reference just the personality, kind of like, you know, he hung out with a younger crowd and dressed younger and things like that.
Right.
So it is possible that he also hunts, because they're showing me him with, I don't want to see that. Cutting things off of an animal. I don't know if that's hunting or he did that for another. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Survivalist. I hear the word survivalist.
Okay.
But it's almost like the alcoholism. I get a reference to PTSD. But I don't know, for some reason I just it's kind of hard to get a handle on him.
Okay.
Which I'm trying to get more from her, like validation stuff.
Right. There was somebody that commented on a house. It's 713 Queen Road, and it's blue. It has 2 steps, and then is another place in the same driveway with taller steps, and then an American flag. Could signify military.
Right. Interesting. Because we know sometimes I can pull addresses like that. Because I got a 7 before, but it'll come in separately, like with Quentin, the 3-5, and we found it was like 535. So,
Yeah.
and that interconnects here because isn't that like the sorority or something have 3-5 in it, or the frat? There's
735.
so I like kind of interconnects Quentin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of interconnects Quentin with the 3-5. I think that's interesting.
I'm pretty sure it was 735 on that too.
Which has to do with the timing, you know, of him being found and this happening. The 3-5 is interconnecting kind of in a weird way.
Yeah, it was 735. Yep.
Yeah, and then Quentin's house was 535. So it's the 3-5 is that's kind of weird. I don't know why she's showing me a bat. I don't know. I don't know if it's a tattoo. I don't know if it symbolized Halloween. Something specific with Halloween. Usually I get pumpkin for that. So I'm not really sure why I see a bat. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. See, that name Jason also comes in. I'm getting a lot of names, but that could just be,
Yeah.
His people that might, people that might know him or whatever. Or connected or first, middle, last, or another case. I don't know.
For what name? I'm sorry. What did you get?
Jason.
Jason. Okay.
I think I got either James or Jason the other morning, and when I woke up, I wrote it down.
Okay.
Angela just got me off track with her comment.
Oh, I didn't see her comment.
Oh, well, look, she's talking about something has a Durango in front. I'm trying to see because I'm not really getting much else.
Okay.
Except for like, I don't think I said this is for entertainment purposes only, did I? This is for entertainment purposes only. I did put it on my thing. Psychic medium impressions, not factual information. Everyone's innocent until proven guilty. Okay. It's got to take the clues from all of these things and cut it together. So I'm going to try to get something from Maddie, like that's specific to her.
Okay.
She shows me gymnastics. I don't know if she ever did gymnastics as a kid, but that kind of comes in, or tumbling or something like that, or it could be someone connected to her. There's a reference to a birthday cake, so I don't know if someone's birthday's coming up or just passed. That came in before for someone else, but she's showing me that. She shows me like bubbly personality, like she would attract all kinds, she said. Really friendly. She says probably too friendly.
Yeah.
And she's like, I love my family. I think she only shows me like a single, like she doesn't have any brothers or sisters. I don't think. Like she just shows me they're standing alone. So
Okay.
But this is why I feel like Kaylee and her were like sisters. Like she was the family kind of that she didn't have, or the siblings or whatever. Like they feel that whole family, those two, the families and them feel very close. Like I said in one of my other readings, like before I like ever knew anything, that I feel like they were sisters or best friends and like family. Like they come across like that.
Right.
And so I feel also like Kaylee's family is also honoring her. Like they're honoring them together. It comes across as memorializing them together.
Yes.
And so I don't even know if their funerals might be together, but it comes across as they're honoring them together in some way or another.
Yeah. Definitely.
And there's something that's different, like
she was an only child.
She says my parents don't know how to handle this. I was all they had.
Yeah. Yep.
They thought I was safe.
Yep.
She says never in their wildest dreams. But I feel like she's like super smart and she got good grades. Like good grades comes in a lot with her. Or she didn't really have to try very hard either, I don't think. I mean, she partied a lot. She said she partied a lot, but she she was still trying to make her parents proud. She comes across as, they sent her to college. She was there to learn and to party, she says, but she was trying to make them proud.
Right.
And she was making a lot of good memories and she was having a lot of fun, is what she says. And I don't know where the volleyball comes in with her, if she played it or if someone else plays it, or she liked to watch the games. I'm really not sure because I'm seeing that as well. Or she had a friend that played volleyball. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
she said she could be a real goofball at times. And she says there's a lot of people that are mourning all of them. She says even ones that really didn't like her. I keep pulling up Pink with her for some reason. I don't know if she liked it or something.
Okay.
I still keep getting like something big being done at that school for them. Some kind of memorial. And I'm not just talking about, I mean, I think it goes further than a candlelight thing. I think they're gonna have their pictures up. I get a reference to like scholarship funds or something like that. But it's going to be like a huge deal, a huge memorialization. I keep seeing their pictures on the wall. And she shows me like Ethan, like with his jersey, like they're going to retire it or something like that. And like they show me they're like, there's going to be specific things, but they show me like all their pictures in like a big memorial wall. Like that's what they keep showing me, or she keeps showing me.
Okay. Her favorite color was pink.
Okay. I'm wearing her favorite color. So there's.
I noticed that.
Yeah. There's. I wonder if they're each going to have their own scholarship because I don't know. It's kind of weird how it comes in.
Yeah.
Like it's not just for one, but maybe for each of them or something in like the different studies that they were doing.
Yep.
I get like social services. I wonder if she was thinking about doing social services or something like that. I'm not really sure because I get like I hear social services.
Okay.
Or something along those lines anyways. She says I wanted to make a difference. I feel like she wanted to make a difference with her major. It wasn't just something like, that was just a regular job. It was she wanted to make a difference.
Right.
I really feel like towards, I don't know, she feels like a really good-hearted person. I wonder.
Yeah.
I see her writing stuff down, so I don't know if she kept track of things or if she just liked to doodle, or I'm not really sure what that's about. It's kind of weird, like, because I keep seeing a notebook. Like, I don't know if she liked to doodle on her notebook, sometimes college students will do. I don't know if she did that or if, like, she kind of wrote, like, a diary. Like, I don't know.
Right.
I also get the month of July. Birthday, passing anniversary, her, someone else connected, or something around this case. In the month of March as well.
Okay.
I keep seeing this guy out of like people's houses. It's outside in the dark in his car or something. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't know if he's trying to watch to see somebody else. He's getting the thirst for it again, if that makes sense. Like, this is starting to go away. Everything that he got from it starting to go away.
Yeah.
And so he's needing to fulfill that again. I feel like this was pent up for a really long time, and now that he's done it, the thrill and the what do you call it? Like adrenaline and everything, it's like all that's starting to go down, but like he experienced all that during the act, you know what I mean? Like he really now
Right.
he's like got a bloodlust. And I think I don't know, for some reason his victims seem like they're going to be similar, or they are, I don't know, or it's just convenient. I hear the word convenient. But for some reason, like I really get that, and I really get that Ted Bundy feel, like with the kind of girls he likes, or the sorority, like the sorority type. Like I kind of get that. There's a lot of other similarities. I don't know, and I'm curious if like I hear planet placements. So I'd be curious if the planet placements weren't similar here at this time as they were when Ted Bundy hit. Because that
Okay.
kind of comes in like weird. Um, and I get a lot of music around her too, so I don't know if she liked to sing. I know that like they like to dance and stuff because that came in the other live, but I don't know if she liked to goof off singing or whatever. I also hear the word skits, so I don't know if they did little skits, but oh, fuck,
Yeah.
keep losing your picture. Like just goofy stuff. She says like goofy stuff.
Right.
She said they were just having fun.
Yeah.
She said, I just want my parents to know I love them.
Okay.
And I tried to make them proud of me. Because again, she goes back to the grades. So I don't know if she was like getting good grades or whatever. Or trying to get good grades. Like she was trying to make them proud of her for whatever she was doing. See, I get like that counselor or social services or psychologist, like all that energy comes in around her,
Right.
as maybe
Yeah.
what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense. I just feel like she was a good-hearted person like that, but she was very magnetic too. Like I feel like she attracted people to her. You know what I mean? Like easily.
Yeah.
Like you know how some influencers they just have that charisma or whatever about them. They just attract people. She just attracts people,
Yeah.
but not always good
Yeah.
people. But that's how it comes across.
Yeah.
So I don't feel that this was any like the way that it's coming across. It doesn't feel like it was anybody younger, which is what I was like you guys. I was like questioning what I was getting about the older person, but
Right.
because and I think that's because they said, oh, he's young and sloppy. But I just think that in this kind of crime scene would have been sloppy anyways when you have that much rage built inside of you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And he's a psychopath. Like I just don't get that he's like I feel like he acts young or wants to be young, but and that's why I can't tell real in age, but I feel like he's older. I don't feel like he's in school anymore. Um and so like I was questioning that because there's a lot of stuff that came in, that was validating other people, but that can just validate people in their lives, you know.
Right.
Um they could just be showing me those people for certain reasons. I don't know. Maybe they know somebody, or maybe they seen something, or maybe they know the guy, you know what I mean?
Right.
Um
Yeah.
it's not always just about the killer. It can be about other things surrounding their lives and their people and all of that.
Right.
I get an R too for some reason. They show me an R and they circle it. So I don't know if it's an initial or what the heck it is.
Okay.
Weird, that ballet comes in again. I know that came in before, and I don't know if maybe she did it when she was younger or something like that. Or I'm not really sure the significance of that.
Right. I mean, she could have.
Yeah, she could have, and we just don't know,
Yeah.
That might be something she did even because I danced as a kid. Like I did ballet and stuff when I was like little.
Yeah.
Well, I think she gave a lot of information. I'm not really getting much anymore. Like I'm not getting much anymore at all.
Okay. Could the George Michael thing be like? Could he have been playing that song?
I don't
During
know.
it?
That's something that one serial killer did, and I don't know. He could just kind of maybe favor him too, like,
Right.
but not like he might be a cross between like Ted Bundy and George Michael. Like the more like the pictures of like with the beard and mustache, like maybe he looks more like him when he has that because they both have curly hair, him and Ted. I'm
Right.
just curious if that might be what's going on. You guys have to
Right.
see this. Oh, she's doing it.
Aww.
She's got her head all tucked in.
Kitty.
I know Angela says something about. Okay.
The Durango.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple that said that there's a picture of a Durango outside of Blue House at 1105 Queen is it Queen Road or Queen Street? You got a lot of comments, but I wanted to address one that I saw.
Okay.
When she's doing her lives, guys, she's not looking at the chat. We're not ignoring you. The reason we're not answering the questions is because she doesn't like questions during her reading. And so after her reading, she'll go back and she'll read your guys' comments and she'll answer them. So she's not ignoring you guys at all, okay?
Yeah. I don't like to know anything, any extra information. I don't like to get distracted.
So it's not intentional.
It's not intentional. Yeah.
And I'm not
And I
asking
will
the
do
question.
the rest of them. I am not just doing one.
Right.
I just he was the
Yeah.
We're gonna be nice. Okay, we're all nice to everybody. We're all here for the same reason. And that's and again, I'm not here to solve anything. I'm not a cop. I'm not a and I kind of thought I'm a cop too, but anyways, I'm not a cop. I'm not law enforcement. I'm here to give bits and pieces and hopes that it helps lead to something. That's all I can really do.
Right.
Okay. So everybody said, I've gotten comments with the Rick Allen. Well, you didn't find the killer. Well, pretty much named him, but it's not my job to go find him at all. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just here to put out information, the bits and pieces that, hope that it works.
Right.
I mean,
if anybody knows anybody
that
around
we
there,
get,
tell them.
that law enforcement, whatever. So I'm going to try to go through the comments before I get off here. It's like an answer.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Everybody look out your windows. Be vigilant. Please.
Don't scare them. They'll be peeking out their windows all the time.
Well, when you say something's going to happen, it's going to happen. And if it's going to happen again, I really don't want it to happen. I know we can't stop it, but man.
Yeah, I know.
You're seeing it. It's going to happen. Look out your windows. Yeah, I'm not trying to scare you. I just know she can get it ahead of time.
Yeah. I'm crazy sometimes. Yeah, the Night Stalker. Okay, that's when I was asking about that. Yes, Richard Ramirez. Okay.
Yeah.
He might even look similar to that guy. That guy's creepy looking, dude. That was creeping.
Yeah.
I think he might have.
Yeah.
Right. That's Libby. She's my baby.
Yeah.
So I don't lift off that. Just hold on. No, he doesn't have dark eyes. He's got blue eyes. I'm very adamant about that. Or Spirit's very adamant about that, I should say.
Yeah, very persistent. Yeah.
Like, I give what I get. You guys can. I don't like to hear what other people get, but okay.
Gee. Take
It's
a picture
not
of
the
license
fridge.
plate.
I didn't actually take that much time to get to the reading, Julia. I have to explain how I work. Sorry, if you catch a live, you're going to deal with it. Not trying to be rude, but I'm tired of people that are, we got to get the energy going. And we got to explain how I work and stuff because I don't work the same as everybody else.
Yep. A lot different.
Yeah. And I actually tried to rush through, which I shouldn't have to do. But anyways.
Yeah.
Thank you, Born. I don't know if he'll be caught. I mean, I think he will eventually. I don't know exactly when, though. Not dirty blonde hair. Nope. And that's when I asked about influencers. Yeah, everybody said it. Never got Baker.
Yep.
You guys are, you come here with what other psychics say. That's great, but I didn't get that. I can't say. I sat here and tried to get it, and I did not pick up anything like that.
Yeah.
Not dark eyes, blue eyes. Oh, she used to model bikini line. Okay. Yeah, it said something like whiskey.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't see
That's why I kept seeing her in the bikini.
Yeah.
But then she took me to, yeah. I don't think he's a registered sex offender, though. Like, I didn't come across that way. No, Mama, we're not talking from. I was just trying to find out why he fit. That's all. When you get a first last name and an apartment number, I mean, it's just, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where you have to, I don't know why I got it. I have no idea. It's just a weird coincidence. Not dark eyes, blue eyes. Yes, I just didn't want to say that word. I do private readings. You can email me. PsychicSleuth@gmail. Oh, I forgot to put my thing up.
I just realized that now too.
Yeah. All that glitters. That's great. Why don't you get your own channel and tell everybody all about it then?
Did I miss?
Huh? Oh, she said she could tell everybody
did I
about
miss?
what he does. And I said, go ahead, then go make your own make your own thing. Yep, we don't know this guy. You're right. I don't feel. Yep, he's got a real. You're right. He's got a real kick for all that stuff, all the stuff, and all that. Stick. Oh crap.
Huh.
My thing hit the notification and I left. There we go. This might not be him, okay? They might be connections, first, last case. Oh my gosh. Okay, Angela, just hold on a second. She keeps hitting you stuff. It keeps popping up on the screen and I keep accidentally hitting it. Thank you. That's Libby. I helped her. She was all sick. I found her.
She was wearing a pink shirt the night she was killed, allegedly.
Oh, okay. You're good, Tracy. He's in Idaho. I don't think he left. I think he's in the area. That's my feeling with it. I think he lives there. Like I said, he's a regular to the bar and everything. Like, I don't feel like he travels or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he's a drug, or not from where I see him at, anyways.
Yeah.
You guys have to understand when it comes to names, it is the most hardest thing to name a perp. It literally does not happen. When that happened with Delphi, that is not something that always happens. You can watch a lot of other psychic mediums, they'll tell you the same. Does not work like that. Okay, if we get it, we're meant to get it. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
It's not Jack, Jake, or Jeremy. It's none of them. Like I said, I can get first, last, nothing at all. And some of the names I get might just be connections, people that he's connected to or knows or whatever. Veronica, right, Libby? Yep, I'm getting the curls. Yep. I've been seeing the darker hair with curls for 3 days now. It's kind of driving me a little crazy. And usually when spirit repeats stuff like that, it's for important. Yeah, but Libby did make herself right at home. It's true. She's crazy. She chases the dogs, the ones that are used to her. Yeah, 40's still young because I'm young. You know, people were thinking like in his 20s, and I don't think so. I really don't. And I can only give what I get. I can't if spirit doesn't give me the answers, I can't get the answers.
Right.
Yeah, I got like 5-7. That's close. I mean, it's kind of like Rick Allen. Like, we didn't know that was a first and last name came in. We didn't even know it was going to be significant. A lot of the names I got. I mean, I got those names way a long time ago. We just don't know what's significant, and I can't, like I said, I can't promise anything ever.
Right.
Everybody keeps saying the shop with bread. I did not get that. Say that.
Yeah.
I did say red before, but I don't know what the red is for. I feel like the house is blue. I just can't. Very truck-like in the front. Okay. I'm going to have to look up that Durango. Actually, Angela sent it.
Yeah.
Oh, their initials. Okay. Yeah, I saw the black glove thing. I actually think this stuff was thrown in the trash can that was already taken out or something. I don't know. Maybe probably nowhere, like at his own trash. Like no one knows where he lives. So.
Right. And they only took the
Initials
3
of
that were
George.
by the vicinity. They should have taken more.
Yeah.
Or stopped all garbage that day.
Yeah, I mean, no one knows what house it is. He could easily put it in his own, because it's like the one that you have at your house. So I think that's what he did.
Yep.
You can email me, Glamma, at thepsychicsleuth@gmail.com. See, everything's below in the description.
I'll put it in chat.
I freaking did not put up the thing. I don't think I has ever come up on anybody's suspect list. It doesn't come across that way. Right. I heard that there was stuff coming out that I just don't think it's like that's what this was done for. A song called Father Figure. Yeah, that keeps coming up. I wonder why. Yeah, and I said Ted Bundy in my first reading. Like that was when I first heard of this, I automatically thought.
Yep.
I don't think that's the reference for George Michael about being Greek. Oh, you a football game that day, Saturday. Maybe he went to it. Maybe that's why I keep getting football. Huh. Okay, that's good to know. That could be why I keep getting football. Because maybe he was there or something, or it's just validating the night. Who's Baklava?
What?
Bakalakavala. I don't know, some weird name. There was speculation of Bakalakavaga guy on the ring bell cam. Dylan locked herself in the room with his eyes. They showed the frat boys pitch. They said they thought that was a guy who lived down the street by his eyes. Yeah, I definitely feel like he lives down the street because I told Vanished and Forgotten and Angela wanted to go down the street, and it's weird because I got looped because someone says it loops around.
Yep.
So I was saying he wasn't a sex offender. I was saying he's got some battery, but that's it. I don't get that he's gotten anything like this.
You know how they partied and they probably could have
The
partied
hooded guy
outside?
is
Maybe.
the guy. I'm sorry, Jack is not it. I just think he looks similar in the eyes, and maybe he knew him or something. It's not him.
Right. But
I think they were just showing me him because of the eyes and stuff, and where like maybe he saw maybe he saw him and didn't realize it or something. It's not him. I remember we get things surrounding the situation, and I saw him outside the food truck because that was part of the situation. So you guys have to understand. They take me through night. Okay. It's not him. It's just not. This guy's older, and I don't think he's a suspect. Seriously, that's how it comes in. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's fine. I was just gonna say, you know how some parties, the college kids, they go outside, and maybe he just walked up and started talking to them, and they're like, "Well, who are you?" type thing, and then just thought he could just welcome himself.
Yeah. Brandon is the guy who owns the bar.
Okay.
There's a validation of the Brandon that came out in.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't. Okay. Some of these comments I didn't see. I'm sorry, but
No,
there's a lot.
Good. Yeah, no, you're okay.
Validation is good though.
Yeah. It's not anybody in the sorority or anything like this. This is an older stalker.
Yep.
This is why my mind went crazy for days because everybody kept telling me it was sorority people, and I needed to go back to my first reading. Yep. I go back to reading, that's usually the most accurate. So that's before I find out anything. Just like work boots.
Yeah.
No.
What?
No, I don't think he's a meter reader. I get a badge. I don't really know what that is about, though. Yeah, I think he has like a few different things he does. Not her landlord. This guy, she doesn't know this guy, you guys. She doesn't know him personally. He just watched her all the time, but she doesn't know him. I keep trying to tell you guys that. We got it. You guys have to understand. Okay? I give what I get. I don't go off of what other psychics say. I go off of what spirit gives me. Whether it's right or not, I have to follow that. We have to not put our own thoughts into it. This is what spirit is giving us. Okay? So we can't just go and make up our own ideas and own thoughts. If you want to do that, that's fine. But I'm doing this reading to try to get the truth. And this is what I'm getting. So usually my stuff is pretty accurate. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to always be right.
Right.
But what I get is significant. You can just look at my old cases and see that. People kept telling me I wasn't at the landfill, and where was he? I mean, I had multiple people, and all these other psychics saying, oh, he, the marsh that I got was, and I explained all that. There was remains found in a marsh by duck hunters a few days later. Plus the area is surrounded by marsh, therefore was an interconnect. And I explained that, and I made several videos once I, went through everything in my mind, and how the first video I ended up right at the landfill. You had all these psychics saying he was everywhere else. And I kept saying, no, he's at the landfill. And that's exactly where he was. Yeah. So I try to go with what I get. Yeah, an older guy that college kids or wants to hang around college kids, we should say. He'd be like, yeah, I used to go here, I used to go here. I used to be in a frat kind of thing, I didn't see
Right.
teacher, so therefore he's not a teacher.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm like, if they're outside and he walked
Yeah,
up trying to hide.
sometimes I know, I feel like he's got tattoos, but I can't see him for some reason. People quit telling me bread. Please, just because another psychic said that. I did not get that, so please. You want to go look for that? Go look for that. But we're talking about stuff that I got. Not saying that it's what I'm going by. Yeah, I don't know why I got the bat. That was kind of weird. But sometimes those things like make sense later on, and we don't really know why I get them.
Well, if the door was left open, maybe they found one in the house.
What?
I said if the door was left open, maybe they found one in the house.
Yeah, I have no
A
idea.
bat?
Who knows? I think I saw a picture of her on a gymnastic podium. That would be awesome if you could validate that.
Oh, yeah.
Because I try to get things that aren't really known, you know?
Yep.
No, it's not that guy either. It's not the neighbor that you guys think it is. Not him. He doesn't have blue eyes. No, not him. I mean, he does give me weird vibes, but it's not him. When you guys show me things, like I think about it and I try to feel the energy and I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
I did get Freddy and Jason. Huh. Weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
We know it's unsolved. I'm not understanding why she's saying unsolved. No one said it. We know it's unsolved. May is Maddie's middle name. I got it last reading and someone validated it for me. Hold on, I'll be right back. What are you chewing on? Oh, did I upset you? Well, she didn't like that. She didn't like that I moved. It's like, okay, Mom, see you later.
I'm going to go pester
You
the dogs.
moved. I was comfortable.
I'm going to go pester the dogs.
Yep. She stop. Leave her alone. Yeah. Don't start, Violet. Accidentally click the
Yeah.
Violet. As far as weapon, I don't know. I mean, I just always see like kind of like a serrated knife. He could have, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what she's talking about. Oh. Dang.
Marlene, what picture? Do you have the email you can send it to? She said you got to see this picture. I'm gonna put your email in the chat.
Lex Luthor. Yeah, they said sloppy, but they kept saying he was younger. Like even a behaviorist was saying that. I don't think so. I just don't. Well, if you go back, Sage and Spice, to the very first reading I did, I mentioned Ted Bundy. So.
There,
Oh, Michelle, you're all good. I actually get that drawn to me, which is fine. It's supposed to be that way. Yeah, it might be the hair. That's why I'm thinking. Or he might have some similar features as George Michael. I noticed like his face is kind of pointy. He's got kind of so he might kind of look like a cross between the younger versions of George Michael and Ted Bundy. Like that's kind of how I see him, I guess. I don't know how. I don't know. I know it sounds weird, but people will reference other people or other things to get me to kind of understand what they're saying. No, I got red, but I don't think he's got red hair. I really don't. I try not to go on what other psychics get, you guys. I really don't. I really don't watch others or anything like that. I totally get skeptical for sure. Going somewhere says I've been with her over 2 years now, and she has found stuff for me. Crazy stuff has happened, and I was a skeptic. Exactly. What backyard are they talking about? If it's 713, I'd be curious. Yeah, we had the most we've ever had in here. This is crazy. 700 people at one time. That's nuts. Yep, everything's a puzzle. Nothing is like specific and straightforward. I wish it was. Trust me. My life would be so much easier because I go over this constantly. It drives me crazy. It just everything happens in the timing it's meant to happen. It'll get solved the way it's meant to get solved. That's just the way it works. I just try to be the voice, and hopefully some of my stuff helps. It's not anybody that anybody knows. It's not an ex. It's not a boyfriend. I will get told if it's an ex or a boyfriend right away, and I was not. This is somebody that was watching them. This was not Jade, like I told you, because everything has a time and place. If it's not time for it to be solved, if we're not meant to get a name, we won't. Delphi, I did. Spirit gives what they give for whatever reason. Just doesn't, it's puzzle pieces. It's just the way it works. I don't know. It's not an exact, okay? Thank you, We State Mom. I don't think he's connected to the ones in Oregon. They said that's not connected anyways, I think.
Right. Yeah, they already said that it wasn't.
But I don't know if he's like on the sex offender list is what I'm saying.
They call those on here RSOs.
Yeah,
Just thought I'd let you know.
found going for her daughter's wallet. What were you saying?
I said
What'd you
on
say?
here they call them RSOs.
Oh, well, whatever they're called. He didn't come up as being that.
Right.
Not getting caught anyways.
Yeah. Well, they said that there was no sign. Yeah.
Her daughter, her daughter's wallet was missing for like 6 months and I found it. Along with a lot of other people's stuff. If all you have to do is watch my stuff, I said where Kylie was, where Jolissa was, where Quentin was, and that she'd be arrested on the 21st. I mean, if you just watch my stuff, the validation's all there. You don't have to come in here and question me because all my stuff is there for you to take a look at. Thank you, Donna.
He's been asking questions just to get curious, or he's just curious how it works.
Yeah, well, all you gotta do is go watch the videos. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying, there's a lot of predictions I've made that have happened. Like for instance, the Hawaii volcano that's happening right now.
Yes.
The serial killer, the planes crashing. I mean, all that stuff.
I have that started. I gotta finish that volcano stuff.
Wasn't an old ghost pretending to be cute.
It was Quentin.
Everybody will tell you I had a good connection with him. That was Quentin. Also, we talk about my cat. I call my white cat Quentin's cat now, Ezekiel, because when I was looking at the landfill, he wouldn't leave me alone. He drove me freaking crazy.
Yep.
He like that, as you can see. He doesn't act like that a lot. But he was feeling the energy, and it was like he kept patting me and wouldn't leave me alone when I was looking at the landfill on the map. So, yeah. A Carhartt, I don't know what that means. Like it kind of looks like a blue. Like I kind of look at it as like it kind of like has that corduroy like feel to it, like the heavy corduroy, like weird feeling. It's weird. Oh, that kind of material like gives me the chills. Like it feels like that. A lot of comments I'm trying to answer. I don't know. Like I said, I told everybody I don't look at the chat. Don't get upset if I don't answer you. I'm not gonna tell anybody where I live. There's a dog Durango parked in the back. Weird. You would think a dog would have been able to track him. Did they bring dogs? I don't think I saw any dogs around there.
I don't think so either.
Which doesn't make any sense why they didn't do that, They didn't at least try to
Yeah.
bring some dogs and see. That's kind of a good question.
Yeah.
I'll have to look up figure song. Like again, I'm not looking at the chat so until now. So no, I don't think he's a cabin. I think he lives in the neighborhood. This way it comes across. I don't think anybody blocked anybody.
Yeah, I wasn't touching mine except for to say because the vent kept going off. So, but I didn't block anyone.
Weird. There's an older man that commented on the bikini photo. And his name is Michael. He works for the fire department and did Marines and does real estate. Huh. I keep getting a badge and I don't know what the badge is for. I don't know if it's fire department, cop, security, whatever. No, it's just a badge. So it's possible. But it's weird that there's a Michael that commented on that. Oh, someone sent him earlier to me. I said I have to do the reading about the Philip dude. That's interesting. Name is Georgios. So I wonder if this guy's Greek or something, or he's like ethnic, but he looks white. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I need to get through this. I need to go let my dogs out. No, my numbers don't usually come in backwards like that. I usually get the right number. So it wouldn't be 31. I really he could be. I mean, going by the very first reading, that would put him. I've explained why he killed her. You watch Obsession Dark Desires. All those cases like that where they're obsessed and they just kill people. That's just how, or unalive people, we should say. Corner Club is how I described it. Okay, good to know. Thank you. Thank you, Copper. Talking about that Philip guy. I'm not getting anything with bread and bakery. That doesn't mean it's not significant. I'm just not getting it.
I was wondering where they work. She said that they worked at the girls worked at the Greek restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about the Freddie and Jason, but Fred and Jason, they came in separate. I'm not really sure. I don't I don't really know. Sometimes I don't know what I don't understand why I get what I get, and like it won't make sense till later. Like it could just be that. No, I'm not gonna do it tonight, baby girl. It's gonna be different readings. One basically kind of makes me tired midnight, and I've gotta, like I said, I've got to take care of my dogs before they start barking and people start complaining. I get he's by himself. I don't get a wife and or even a girlfriend around him. That doesn't mean anything. I mean, that doesn't mean he doesn't. I'm just seeing anybody around him.
Yeah. But you've gotten him by himself since reading ones too, so
yeah, I've always got him by himself, and like I tried to see if he had a partner, and I just don't. What does it say about George Michael? Was caught in a toilet. What? Really? Maybe.
I thought, but I didn't damn it.
Yep, all in timing of blueprints.
Yeah.
Hey, stop it. Stop. Sorry. Hey. Shh. That dog's deaf. I don't know why he barks. Sorry. He's like, I don't understand it because he's deaf. I don't.
Tom wants reading.
Oh. No, I'm definitely of the light. I definitely, and all that stuff isn't really necessarily devil stuff. It's just how they communicate. But you know, I pray to God. I you know, he gave me these gifts, and I've used them ever since. You can see my regular readings with strangers on my page on my YouTube. You're all good. I'm just saying you can check all that stuff out. And honestly, I just, you know, I'm not here to prove myself to anybody. I mean, I think my work speaks for itself. People can believe whatever they want to. It doesn't matter to me. Just don't make a bunch of bad, like crappy comments. People can do whatever they want, you know?
Yep.
I'm not worried. It's all about intention, and I don't get bad things. I mean, if they do, I'm pretty what do you call it? Pretty protected.
Yeah.
Because we worked on the murder fields, Texas murder fields, and I had something in my room that night and it taken care of. So
yeah.
Hey Debs. What did she say? You live in this town, terrified. Keep going with what you're saying. It's matching the little conversations. Yeah. You guys, I don't read the chat, so I'm not ignoring you. Like Tammy said, like Vanished and Forgotten says, I'm not ignoring you. I swear.
There's another comment that just came up here.
Yeah, I did get a point of entry. I got the sliding glass door one time, or sliding door. Yeah. Okay, what?
There's another comment that said, saw a neighbor who lives directly across the road from the girls interviewed a few times. He's studying 3-year law.
That's the Jeremy guy. It's not him. Again, he doesn't have blue eyes. It's not him. He's not older. I mean, he is older, but not older. Well, old enough.
I don't know.
It's not him. He's got a weird vibe, but he's like super odd, and he just wants it. I think he just wants attention, but he doesn't have the blue eyes. Spirit is adamant about blue eyes to Bundy eyes, is the way that they bring it to me. So
right. Okay.
yeah, because if you're a skeptic and you get and you're not open-minded, when you come to get a reading, it'll block. Nope, it's not him. It's not him. It's not Jeremy. Sorry to burst your guys' bubble. I thought he was weird. I got creepy vibes from him. But after tonight and after the reference of the blue eyes again, it's not.
Yep.
From the beginning, they've given me eyes.
Yeah.
I definitely think blue eyes. I don't have a possible astro sign. I didn't get anything for it. Yeah, that came in. That's right, Shelly. That did come in 3 years ago for Quentin and Stephanie Parze's the landfill. So that is something. Thank you for subscribing, Jessica. Good to have you. I definitely, like I said, the dude has blue eyes. Jeremy does not have blue eyes. He's not matching my description. I don't think he's not the right guy. His energy doesn't match, just like Jake's energy doesn't match. It doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, I see him like a loner. I don't see him with a family and stuff. So I don't know that he has any loved ones around him. He comes across as a loner. I think he's pushed everybody out. You know what I mean? Of his life or whatever, whether it be through just how he is or what, I don't know. But I definitely don't get I don't see anybody around him. Like, I keep seeing him alone. It's really weird. You know, like maybe he's like a loner, except for when he goes in these social situations, you know.
Yeah.
Odd. So my last reading was 10 days ago. Or no, the first reading was 10 days ago. The second reading was a few days after that. And then there's tonight's readings. No, it's not Jack. Oh my gosh, you guys, what did the reading say? I explained the last reading that he might have similarities to Jack, that Jack might know who he is or seen him, and that's why I was getting him. Like, I get things around the situation. This is somebody that was stalking the girls. He's an older guy. He's seen him at the bar, seen her on social media. This has not been a suspect. He's not been a suspect. Nobody has mentioned him. This is not anybody that anybody knows about. Okay?
Yep.
This is an obsession, dark desires. If you have not seen that case, watch, or if you have not seen that show, watch the show, you'll get the idea.
Yep.
This guy was obsessed. That's how it comes across.
Not
Just
good.
like Ted Bundy was, like, and he doesn't like rejection. He doesn't like rejection, jealousy, obsession. All of those kind of things come into play here.
Yep.
He definitely does not like rejection. So my track record is pretty good.
Yep.
I mean, all you have to do is really watch my stuff, Joy. Stephanie Parze, Quentin,
Jalissa,
Kylie, Jalissa. They were all where I said they would be.
Yep.
Hey, Carrie, I'm trying to answer a question because she says, how's your track record with this stuff, including crime? So I'm explaining to her, this is not nothing that I'm just bragging about. I'm just telling her, I don't have a freaking ego. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm very humble. I'm just answering for Joy. You don't have to be here if you don't want to be here. You don't have to watch. People ask questions and I'm answering them. Oh, freaking take. You can ask Tammy and everybody. I'm really humble about stuff, but it is what it is. When you have to prove yourself, you have to prove yourself because people don't want to listen and want to come at you. And so you're going to, you know, like I say, my work speaks for itself. That's it.
Yeah.
And I say that humbly all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, Tanis would know. I worked with her on a case ourselves with a runaway.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a weird guy, I think. I think he just gives off that like creepy vibe because even I like get like a creep vibe from him, but he just doesn't match. He's not matching. He's not matching energetically or anything like that. I haven't gotten anything on that. No, not you, Joy. Someone else did. Someone else did. When I was answering your question, she said my ego made me or not want to watch. My ego is is in check. You know, I'm a human, but it's in check. I do world readings as I feel pulled to do them. So I'll be doing another one soon. But again, they only give me what they give me. They're not, you know, I mean, what, I don't know, whatever they want to give me. I just realized I didn't even have my light on. Can you believe that? That just shows how tired I am that I didn't have my heart light on tonight. It's plugged in and everything and it was ready to go and I didn't even have it on. How do you like that? Dumb out. I felt dumb. I knew I was missing something. Look, and that's doing weird stuff too. Blinking. I feel like he's watching someone. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we can't. Yeah. And that's why I do it is mostly for validation and, you know, to kind of prepare everybody. But well, I think that's it. Thank you for the super chat. And someone just did a super chat and I need to put that up there. I forgot to put the other one. So whoever that was, forgive me. Okay, Tom, I'll have to check him out. You can email me information at thepsychicsleuth@gmail.com and I'll look at him. Okay, Tom. I do think he should, because it was weird. They showed me him like a beard and mustache, and then they showed me like he didn't have it anymore. And it's like kind of like a baby face. He does look younger, so that might be why he's younger, but I feel like he's older. Which most of the serial killers are. You know, you have the spree shooters that are younger, but which that did come up, but it was more of like a grievance thing. And then you have most of these serial killers are older for some reason. I do see what they are. It's almost like they're hidden ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like on his chest and back or whatever. That's weird. There's an online profile deleted in the last few days who followed Maddie, Kaylee, Ethan, and at something. Poses a 15-year-old wanted to make a video with blonde girls and kill the clones. It's kind of weird. As explained in the reading, I get more of a brown color. I don't get red. I don't. I get brown. And sometimes lighter. It's kind of like Ted Bundy's color. Same color hair. Yeah, exactly. I think he did just kind of snap. Like he got like overly obsessed. Like seriously, watch Obsession Dark Desires. That show will blow your mind at the things that people do when they get obsessed with people. It's absolutely insane. Yeah. If you can find that, I don't remember where I watched it at. Right, this has a lot of things about Ted Bundy, including him. Yeah, I don't know if that's why I got Fred and Jason. It came in separately. Oh, that name and see what it was the other day that I woke up with.
Oh, yeah.
Hey. Stop. Playing with the kitten. Hey, hold on a second. Stop, you're being too rough. Sorry, I'm slamming my foot. Like I said, he's deaf. I've never seen a cat chase a dog. Jason. Which I got Taylor on 10-12-22, which is the street this is off of, and I don't know if it has any other meanings. But I did get Jason in my sleep 11-23-22. So it's weird that came in again.
Yeah.
Because I woke up with it. Sometimes when I wake up with stuff. He may do this again. Like I said, I see him watching. I see him out in the dark watching.
Scary.
Yeah. Thank you, Joy. Oh, he's playing with her, but she chases him. She's got no fear. It's weird. Did an interview tonight was kind of awkward. Well, I mean, sometimes people are just awkward. I mean, look at Kylie's mom. Everybody was so mean to her, and she's just a little awkward. I mean, it's just sometimes people are awkward. Doesn't mean anything.
Yep.
Everybody has soul contracts. I get a lot of things in my sleep. I actually got a location in my sleep, and it was correct when I woke up. Wish it was always that easy.
Right.
I have a video on it. It's in my videos. It's something that we make with people before we come, and a blueprint we write as well. Well, she might know stuff from the police that she can't say too.
Right.
You got to remember they
Watch-
know things that they're not allowed to say, and so they might be, you know what I mean? Quit it.
Watching herself, make sure she
Yeah,
doesn't say.
exactly. So that might be why her blink rate's kind of out. Exactly. And see, people were so mean to her that made me so mad because they were so mean to her, and she was just an odd person. I mean, sometimes people are just odd, and maybe they're nervous in front of the camera or whatever. Yeah, it might just be hard for her to answer some of the. I don't think any of the families are involved or anything like that. Like, that's not. No. I know they say most killers are people they know, but in this instance, it's kind of like a Ted Bundy situation. But I feel like he followed her before that on social media or something. But that's what Ted Bundy did. He went to the bar. He saw these two girls. He didn't like that they ignored him, and he followed them home, and that.
Yeah. Somebody keeps repeating 724 Taylor. What's that about?
I don't know. I mean, he might live on Taylor. Very possible, because I always want to be on that street and go down.
Yeah.
Go down, and then someone says it loops around. So it'd be interesting how close he lives to the football field. I don't know, because that football game, I'm just wondering. But
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I did get it before, but it could just validate the fact that this case was going to happen.
Yeah.
It's right in front of King. It's the main street right there that runs down. Yeah. It's hard to understand as humans, but we do make these pacts and these soul contracts before we come. But I get it. It's hard as humans to understand that we would ever do anything like that.
Yeah.
But we do, for whatever reason. Whatever it is that we need to do it for. Hey, quit. Freaking the dog. Sorry. It's really hard to communicate with dog when they can't hear you. And you're telling him to stop it, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" We make soul contracts with whoever in life we meet, and we make soul contracts with. We make it on the other side before we're ever born with our blueprints.
Yeah.
If you watch what was the word? What's the freaking name of that show that I always suggest? And I talk about it in my video anyways. Right. I mean, people in the area, watch the videos, I guess.
Yeah.
No, I didn't, Lucy. Well, she has to be on a chain right now until I get that collar, and we'll try that collar, but nope. I don't trust her.
She hasn't found the spot.
Yeah. I haven't walked it either. I just kind of was like, if I find one,
The spot.
Yeah.
The spot's hidden.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's probably out there. I just haven't walked it to find out.
Replace the dirt after she comes
We
back.
did a whole year without getting out, and then I don't know what happened. So yeah, it was a live reading. It's over now. You'll have to go back and watch. Well, we have free will to change things, but it's usually predicted, just like, I got Quinn's information before he was ever born. So that just shows it was a soul contract. It was meant to happen. Oh, Gray Hughes is a freaking jerk. I'd be happy to be clicked out of his chat room. I can't stand that guy. He's such a jerk. He's such a big-headed jerk.
Yeah.
Closed-minded as heck.
Yeah.
He came and attacked me one time in my chat, and not in my Facebook chat, thinking he knows me.
Well, I had made a comment in his comment section, and he saw it on a live and like totally snapped on me. I'm like, okay, unsub, I'm out.
I can't handle him. I don't know how you guys would even watch him.
Yeah, you can't say psychic in that chat room.
No, you can't. He's so close-minded. Just don't even. Yeah, exactly, Brian. Inflated ego. You got that.
Yeah.
Yep. Most people won't vibrate on his level. If you vibrate on his level, you won't be on mine, plain and simple.
Nobody's allowed to have opinions over there either.
Thank you, Cher. I hope I'm saying your name right. Yeah, Gray. It's like I'm saying, if you vibrate with him, you definitely won't vibrate here. Yeah. So in Stephanie Parze, that was done 3 years ago. Sometimes I get interconnects. There was a part where I said I'm getting the name Quentin and I'm hearing bottles like a landfill. And that was 3 years. That was 3 years ago. So that was before he was born. You can go back and watch that, or I did make a short on it. I made a short on it where I played it, and I was like, look, this is when it came on. So you can. And I didn't even realize that till I went back, because I was looking at cases for certain reasons. We were going to make a validation videos, and I just happened to go in Stephanie Parza, and I was listening to it, and I was like, holy crap, what? Because I remember getting the landfill, but I didn't remember getting his name. Because I remember when I got the landfill for her, it was really weird. It didn't make any sense because, like, it didn't. I knew she was off the side of Route 9, off the road, so that part didn't make sense. So it kind of confused me. But I'll be damned if it wasn't 3 years later. And that's the way that I did readings back then. When I typed, I would get more interconnects. I still get them, but not as bad as I did, like, in the past. So yeah. He is so rude. You can't either. He's hot. He's what you call definition of a narcissist. He does go out of the way to argue. You don't know who he is going somewhere? You have to know. I think we talked about him before. Yep, he's a know-it-all, right? Oh, he's super rude, dude. It's all right. You're all good. Thanks. Or thanks. 11:38. No, you can't change your soul contract. We have the free will, but you can't, like, you can go other directions, but like things like how we're going to pass and stuff like that, that's all. It's just how we get there. Like I always say it, one main highway, many different roads you can take. We have exit points. Yeah, if you like being insulted, watch Gray. Yeah, I won't. I won't never. He's the biggest, you know what, on the planet.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Unless you don't want an opinion over there. Then you can do it.
Yeah. I don't get it either. Lover of the law. I don't. Yeah, I'm glad you guys have an open mind. Basically like fate, yeah, kind of. Yeah, my ninth exit. Yeah, I heard we have 3. Right. You can't change your contract, sorry. There's only many to, yeah, we have free will to like change certain things, but basically it has all the same ending. That's like her free will could have chose not to do this, but it was a contract that they decided to do together for whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Life to the afterlife. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Exit point, that's like how you're going to pass away. So car accident, shooting, whatever. We can do same souls in different lives, yes. Yes. Nancy, he is a narcissistic person, yes. I can't stand his energy. It's right? Earlier exit. I don't know if I'm going to do well with being old.
Every time I look in the mirror, I wish I didn't.
I know my mom's at that age now. She's like, I don't want to get old. I just want to. Don't let me get old.
Yeah.
I was looking for something. I don't know what I came on here for. Yeah, if you're meant to be here, you'll be here. That's just the way it is. For whatever reason, I'm getting cold. Whatever reason you're meant to be here, we'll be here. I really feel like she's a regular or was a regular at that bar, huh?
I said, lucky lady said, my kids are never getting away from me. I love them too much. I'm like, yep. Not going to die. You're going to stay here forever. So I think that's what you
Oh, Earth is just a place we come to learn lessons and go through things and like evolve. But it's not home. We like to think that it's our place, but it's really not. We're just in this human body, but spirit energy doesn't die. We all go back to where we kind of come from. And you'll have the older souls they'll understand more about spirituality. They'll be open-minded and stuff like that. I think the younger souls aren't. I think they'll be more closed-minded and stuff. But then again, that comes down to what your personality, whatever you chose to be here. You really, really did forget if you really did forget, if you come down here and you just not open-minded and you don't believe in the other side and all that, you really definitely forgot about being on the other side.
Yeah.
So that's what I was going to look up was the Dodge Durango. I wanted to see what it looked like because that's like a specific car. Like 1997 Dodge Durango, like that's kind of really specific.
You said the bar, or he was regular at a bar. I wonder if there is like footage, like if the bar has
I'm
cameras.
sure the cops are hopefully they're working that out. I don't see why they wouldn't. Okay, so it is like an SUV. You know what? I expected it to be a truck. Interesting. It comes in as a lighter color though, like a going somewhere. Sitting on the street view of the bar in our map.
real?
Yeah. Yeah, I suggest Life to the Afterlife or wait. Is that what it's called? See my Soul Contract video. I explained a couple things to watch in there. Oh, Tragedy by Design. Tragedy by Design on Prime is really good to watch. I suggest that completely. It explains all about soul contracts and all of that. The one I did on it, I basically touch on the same stuff. I mean, any afterlife books or stuff like that is good. It's Durango. I got Durango. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's because when you feel like you know somebody, it's because they're part of soul. You're like your soul group. I get there's a lot of different reasons it could be it, but
Yeah.
like if I get people, it's weird. Like people say that they're drawn to me all the time, but I think that's just for the work that I do. I think it's just that people need to feel comfortable, and I give off that kind of energy, kind of thing. And I might have known some of those people before. What, Angela? She's like freaking out over the Dodge Durango at the bar.
I was laughing at midnight noon. Too bad you're stuck with us for now, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things. I mean, I can't think any more offhand right now. I just would like. Okay. It's Tragedy by Design. Life to the Afterlife does a lot of stuff on YouTube and stuff, but there's I think you have to buy it. It used to be free, but it's not anymore. But Tragedy by Design is really good. What's his face? Gray Hughes. Vibe with the tribe, exactly. Yep. uh Yeah, I am too. Oh gosh, it's 1:00. It wasn't supposed to be this long of a freaking live either. I said an hour.
Yeah. It is 2 a.m.
Damn it. Crap. Yeah, make sure you guys follow me on TikTok if you haven't already. I'm gonna be doing lives on there too. So yeah, those are all good. Tragedy by Design is really good. I love the way that they explain it and stuff. It's like really easy to understand. Tragedy by Design, yeah. Life Afterlife, all the afterlife stuff is a lot of the ones that are good too is like the people that have near death experiences. And there's like a whole thing on YouTube, but they have near death experiences and they come back and they tell all about their stuff. Like that's a good one to watch too. Yeah, a jacked up Ted Bundy. That's what Maddie said, dude. Jacked up Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Way in
know.
the
It's
beginning.
funny. I don't I don't know why she said it like that, but that's like totally her personality, I think. You know, if
Yeah.
you look at her and you see how she was, like I could totally see her saying that.
Yeah.
Oh, it is on YouTube? Okay. I know that used to be free on Prime, but I don't know if that's the same Tragedy by Design. Because I started to watch it. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be tragedy by design. I know Life to the Afterlife like has a bunch of different series, but um it's specifically called Tragedy by Design. Yep. There's a lot of past life stuff on YouTube too if you want to watch it. There's a lot of those ones. Yep. If you guys watch my auto write or my once the earthquake came in, there's some other stuff that came in there too. I only do that to like prepare people. And I didn't even know I could do that until it was a couple years ago. Oops. Hopefully I didn't. Can you still hear me, Tammy? I hit my
Yes.
mic. Okay. I hit my mic, and sometimes when I hit it, it goes off.
Yep.
So I think I'm going to get around and go. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I have to go pee and let my dogs out. And they're going to be really mad at me. So the signs that someone is psychic is just like knowing things before they happen, sensing, feeling energy, just stuff like that. I mean, knowing things you couldn't know, getting premonitions. I mean, there's different ways of being psychic. Thank you, Jeffrey, for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for kicking it with me and everybody being nice and everything in the chat.
Yes.
It's nice to see when men are nice and they're like,
Yeah.
you know, because you don't get that. We get a lot of women. We don't get a lot of men, and so yeah. But everyone has their own gifts, like Heather's saying. You just have to open them up, you know.
Yeah.
As long as you're open minded, you can usually open some kind of gifts up. You know. Good to hear that, Brian. Glad to have you. I'm glad that you're opening your mind. Opening your mind is important. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.
You guys.
Yep.